Welcome to the Dubcast, the official podcast for economists, parties, politicians alike. I'm here with Ethan, Pellegrini, and Will Padgett. I'm Tyler. What's up, everybody?
Yo,
Man, it's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute, that's for sure.
What's up, my boys and girls and things?
Boys and girls and things. That's what we like.
Yeah, we respect all genders out here.
So, let's get straight into it. Everyone knows what's been going on.
Yeah, a bunch of shit.
A lot of shit.
Bunch of-
That's
really
for sure.
There's a lot of it's not too good, to be honest. Not too good at all. But I mean, it has to be done. Or does it?
I don't.
What do you boys think?
So, I mean, protest.
Well, let's talk about what it is first. You want to talk so people know?
Right. So there was an officer by the name of Derek Chauvin was filmed kneeling on the neck of an African American man named George Floyd, who later passed away because of his injuries that were inflicted upon him by that officer, which basically he murdered him on the street, right? Put his knee on his neck and killed him. And people didn't like that. The guy just got charged today actually with third-degree manslaughter, which is a huge dub. However, a lot of people are outraged, rightfully so.
Insane.
But
I mean, it's not just
I
because
don't
of this.
think that at this point, I don't feel like we should be breaking into places and looting the city. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
exactly.
not the local businesses.
Right, the local businesses. I mean, come on now, dude. I mean,
You gonna hurt yourself? That doesn't make any sense. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Don't do that. That's stupid. Don't hurt yourself.
right, because in the end of it all, it comes down to money, and businesses in the inner city, especially in places like over the Rhine and Cincinnati, you know, like if you start looting those businesses, that is going to make that area more of the hood or more of the projects than it already is.
There's been more officers there.
Right. That the whole reason it is the project is because another black man was killed down there, and they looted the whole city, and now look at it.
Yeah.
It's a shit show.
And I mean, what other ways can people get the point across to officers? I mean, I'm not saying all officers, but a good amount. But because look, people tried for a very long time to stay quiet, you know, and nothing was getting done. So what can we do? Is there a better way? What is the better way?
Exactly. I mean, protest all you want, right? But I think now that this time it was such a blatant fuck up by the American police force that people are actually like, wow, that's really fucked up. I'm angry about this. And they're going out and they're fucking up their own cities. They're breaking into buildings.
Yeah,
they're
thanks,
looting
Corona.
places.
Right.
It's I think we should have expected that type of reaction at this point. Since you know, if you look at what happened to Baltimore, and afterwards, what Obama said about him, he called them criminals and thugs, and now you know Donald Trump saying the same thing about the rioters in Minneapolis. I just think that at this point it should have been expected. There was an officer that murdered a black man. It's happened before a fuck ton of times. It's not okay. People are angry about it. That's gonna happen. But listen, if you're out there protesting, you shouldn't have this mindset where you're just like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set fire to all these local buildings. We're gonna steal from all these places. We're gonna vandalize everything we fucking see. All that's doing is hurting your city. It's not making a point. It's not making the police think, "Oh yeah, maybe we fucked up." No, they're just getting even more angry. That just gives them even more of a reason to act out.
Yeah,
right, and it's happening more. So in the inner city, which is where all these problems are occurring, for the most part. So like if one guy gets killed but the whole town kills them, why would they not be scared of those people, right? I mean, think about like being a cop like after this. Like every cop in America is going to be just that much more on edge.
Yeah. Now people can really get killed.
Right, because like that's going to cause more problems because now every other officer is like, "Oh shit, these people are fucking crazy. People hate me even more. Every time I walk out this car, I could go up to someone. I mean, but this was not a shooting. The thing is, this was just a blatant fuck up.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
great.
Like this is not even like an accident type of situation.
Exactly.
Like,
It
oh, I
can't be
accidentally.
disputed.
Right,
That's
it
the
can't be
thing.
disputed.
That's the thing. Every time there's a shooting, the cop says, "Oh, he was reaching for something. He had a gun. He had this." But this time, it was an unarmed man laying down in the middle of the fucking street with a officer literally kneeling on him. Like, what is that all about? What
Yeah,
what
I
is the
think
reason
I
for
think
that?
what we need we need more cameras on police cars. Cause just imagine if we have more cameras
Or
on
body
police
cams.
cars. I mean, there's already a lot of body cameras, right? But I want like a camera on the police car that like every time that officer steps out the police car, they automatically start running, so that these officers just cannot get away with that type of bullshit. Because I mean, to be honest, like the people that are protecting us are also the people that have almost the most power in society. You know what I'm saying? And these people and that power can be very misused. These people are not all perfect, and there's a lot of them.
Right.
And there's a lot of room for abuse of power, and I feel like we need to really reel that back in. And we pay for these services, yet these services are hurting us more than they actually help.
Exactly. These are the people that are supposed to be protecting and serving our communities, and they're the
That we
ones,
pay for,
right?
that we already paid for.
And they're the ones hurting the most. I've said this plenty of times before. The American police force is probably the most violent gang in America. They probably kill more people than any fucking gang out there.
For sure.
More innocent people at that.
But like, if you think about it, like that's just one of those type of things that you can't really fix. That's like in this world, like
That's fucking stupid.
But you can.
how
It's because
That's the
because
dumbest mentality I've
there's
ever
not
heard in my life.
you don't have there's not enough restrictions, and there's not enough training that goes into being a police officer. I mean, of course they have to do. I mean, I don't know exactly what goes into their training and into all of that.
Well, they
I don't,
obviously need to do more mental health checks.
of course,
or
and there's
something.
there's so many
But still.
officers in the force that aren't mentally prepared for the job. There's way
Right.
too
Right.
many.
Or just mentally
Mhm.
unstable in general.
Exactly.
But the thing is, I don't feel like there's enough ways to actually tell someone's mental state. I mean, if
Yeah.
there was a way to actually tell each of the individual's mental state, then people would not be killing themselves anymore because we know who to help, right? But like that's just like not possible. I mean, like
Well, I
like
think
no
people
one
do.
actually.
I think a lot of times. Yeah. True.
No one knows what you do all day long. I mean, like you go to sleep, you wake up, no one sees that. And a lot of people don't see the majority of your life, so you really can't tell who is who. I mean, you could lie.
Yeah, it's very easy to. I'm sure. I mean, anybody can say they did whatever, right?
Right. So, yeah, no. I don't really trust all police. I don't really trust any police. But I still, you gotta treat them with respect, though.
And that's the thing, though. That's
They're still scared when they walk up to your car too. Like
right.
they don't know who the hell you. That's also the other side. Is you gotta give them respect, and as long as you're not fucking with them, it should be all right. But if you just add that little bit of resistance, it could be bad. But we definitely do need to keep more track of the people that we spend so much money on.
Right. And that's what troubles
Like
me the
before
most.
they get their wages, we need to get the cameras in the car, because
Exactly.
we pay for that shit and it ain't working. It ain't working right.
It's not. And what bothers me is that you grow up learning to look up to these guys. These guys are here to protect you. These are the good guys, the criminals are the bad guys. But now in the day of, oh, everyone has a camera on their phone so we can actually see what the fuck is going on, we learn that a lot of these guys can't be trusted, and a lot of these guys are doing things that they shouldn't be.
And you realize how many
And
good and bad cops.
exactly, and they've been doing it for such a long time. They've been getting away with shit like this. They've been getting away with murdering people for decades. But it's just now that we're actually seeing what they're doing, and the media is actually putting it out there for people to see.
Right. Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
And I mean, of course, we're not saying fuck the cops. You know, also it's making it hard for the good. It is. It's definitely making it hard for the good cops
Ah, my
because
guy Jelani. Hey.
What's
Ethan,
up,
homie
Jelani?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. It is making it really hard for the good cops because, I mean, the public hates the cops, which is obviously going to make the cops hate the public.
right.
The only thing, here's the rule is that the cops can't hate the public because they serve us already.
And it's just, there's so many great cops out there that do great things on a daily basis and don't get credit
Right.
for it. I will say that there's a lot of great cops, and there's only a select few that are doing shit like this. But it's the fact that so many people are losing their lives. These guys are fathers, their sons, their husbands that are just losing their lives because these cops are not mentally fit for the job.
Right.
They don't know what the hell they're doing. They go out there with they go out there with the fear that I might lose my life in the line of duty today. But
Right.
they shouldn't have to react on emotion, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to act based on fear. They have to assess the
Yeah,
situation.
they have to use their brain. Like some people just are not mentally prepared, or just
Exactly.
mentally ready for something like that. And I mean,
Right. I mean, I think that we just need to have more of like a strike system. Like, I mean, we don't need as many cops, I wouldn't mind not having as many people getting arrested for marijuana charges as there are right now. So I don't think that we may even need as many cops as we have. And instead, we should lay off on them a little bit so that they have to gain their standard. Because, I mean, there's a lot of competition in the job market for cops. But I think
in a way,
I feel like the selection system needs to be better.
do you think in a way, if everyone just followed the law, they would run out of money?
I mean, like
Because then we
that.
wouldn't be paying the jails as
Oh
much.
yeah, for
That
sure, dude. If
no,
everyone
like
That'd be the
followed
that.
the
best way to
law,
protest. Everyone just
if everyone
took a
stopped
tolerance
smoking, if
break.
everyone
You know what I'm
stopped
saying? Everyone
doing
stopped
drugs
speeding a little
tomorrow,
bit. Everyone stopped speeding for a little bit.
I mean,
Everyone stopped.
that kind of ties back to like what I was originally saying. Like you set that standard and you look at their perspective. Like, yeah, there will be a good cop. Yeah, there will be a bad cop. But at the end of the day, that's just human nature. People are just like people. There's always gonna be that one black sheep who's
But
gonna.
it's more the
Whoa, that's
fact that
racist. Why has it got to be black? Bro?
no, he said the black sheep. He's making it's a saying, but it's the fact that these guys aren't held accountable for their actions, and it's the fact that it's finally happening. It's fucking fantastic, and people should look at this as an
fucking
example. If you murder
fantastic.
someone, you're going to go to jail,
Right.
especially if you're a cop, because you're supposed to be held to a higher standard than everyone else. If you say
Yeah,
that,
Jelani, that's
if you say
genius.
that, Will, do you think there should be just a squad of police that only stop physical crimes like robbery, looting, abuse, etc.?
Yeah,
If you think,
that's
if you
genius.
say that, Will, do you think there should be a squad of police that only stop physical crimes like robbery, looting, abuse, etc.? Yeah, I really do.
Yo,
I mean, it would be good. I mean, I bet other countries do
Oh
it.
yeah,
I mean, we
Oh,
gotta separate it up more. You know, like the SWAT is for like huge crimes, but like people are getting like arrested every day and put in jail for like weed crimes. Like, why couldn't there just be like a ticket guide that just gives everyone like a ticket that you pay to keep their business running
It's more
instead of
like
having
they
to
just
lock
want
us up?
they just want their units to be useful and to be able to respond to any type of situation. You can't just have one guy that's just giving out tickets all day.
yeah.
He
Think
has
about
he has
this.
to
Well,
be
think
put
about
to
this.
use somehow.
Think about this, right? At work, in most jobs, right? There's a lot of time left over with a good amount of jobs, but your boss will never want you to sit around. So they'll make you do a bunch of dumb shit, or you have to make it look like you're doing a bunch of dumb shit.
Which is why I
Just
said that
because
we don't
people who are
need to
looking,
have that.
yeah,
We don't need to have as many cops in the first place.
yeah.
Because then they all have to actually do real shit and actually fight real crime and not just be sitting around eating donuts, running radar and killing people.
Fair point. How much do
I
you
mean,
guys think racism has to play with this? How much do you how, how do you think that these cops are treating minorities as opposed to white people?
Well, I mean, look at the statistics.
Because do you think it's fear based? Do you think it's
I think it's
based
fear
off of do you
based.
think it's
I
based off
think
of
it's
economic status? Like
I
if
think
they're in the
part of it is based off of the urban areas and the crime right there. But I think there's a lot of racism also to think about when it comes to this. I think there's definitely a bunch of different things.
I think it's fear, dude.
because
Yeah,
we don't see a lot on
here,
the on we don't see a lot of reports. White man was killed by the police.
that is very true.
Innocent white man murdered
Right.
by police. We don't see that.
Yeah.
And that may just be because it's not covered as much because people want to, of course, everyone nowadays wants to make everything about race, but there is still racism in America. You can't just ignore
Oh,
something like that.
100%.
Indeed.
Well, here's the problem.
yeah.
Here's the problem, is that it's the fact that the minority is getting the majority of the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
minority is getting more attention than the majority. Something's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't happen. Like, you got to just look at it on a big picture, I think. That is true. I don't think every cop is mentally prepared for crazy situation. Maybe there should be a guy or group to do tickets. They can't handle real crime. Yeah. Yeah, like train the cops that are actually going to do, like the killing and well, but dude, the scary thing is like, you see all those cop stories like the cops getting shot all the time, bro.
Right.
Like, you got to think of those stories.
That's what I was trying to explain. Like, these guys go to work every day thinking, today might be my last. It's a dangerous job. It's one of the most dangerous jobs to be. And they have a right to be in fear of their life, but they can't let that drive the decisions they make while they're on the job.
Yeah, it's happening way too much. Way too much. It's becoming regular. It's already became regular for this to happen.
At a certain point, we were just used to it. But like I said, at this point, this was, such an issue. Everybody on all sides, on every side of the spectrum
Yeah,
was
no matter
saying that
what you believe,
this
left side,
was
right
wrong.
side. Right.
Holy shit.
And people are saying that Trump is saying that he should be charged just because he wants the black vote. He just wants to do this.
Well,
But I mean, you
people would
can't
say that
really
no matter what he said, people will find a reason to say he's wrong.
exactly. But you can't
That's just haters.
you can't really side with the cop. Like, how are you gonna side with the cop? He was just charged for third-degree manslaughter. Trump's not just saying that because he wants the black vote. He's saying that because it's true. The guy's a murderer. He deserves to be in jail right now.
Right now, Joe Biden, on the other hand.
Oh my! Don't even get me fucking started.
that comment he made the other
What did he
week.
say?
Oh my
Remember he
goodness,
said-
Ethan, you
He
did.
said It says Joe Biden apologized Friday afternoon for telling a radio host that black voters ain't black
Oh yeah.
if
I
they're
saw that.
torn between
Charlemagne. That was
voting
with
for him
Charlemagne.
and Trump. The
That was with
comments were
Charlemagne.
made Friday morning on the Breakfast Club.
But here's the funny
Yeah,
thing, though.
yeah. I saw
Here's the funny thing, though, is because
On the Breakfast Club, dude.
exactly,
Yeah,
he was
Charlemagne.
he was talking to Charlemagne
who's he
about this,
with?
and the whole interview he was bragging about, oh, I'm backed by the NAACP. I have all these black voters. I've got all these people on Congress and these council members that are black that support me. But back in the day, this guy was arguing against desegregation of public schools. You can actually go and find the quote that he didn't that
Jesus.
he literally said that he didn't want his kids to grow up in a racial jungle, and that's why he was arguing against the desegregation of public schools. And now he's bragging, oh, I'm backed by the NAACP. I'm such a badass. All these black people love me. But in reality, that's not really how you were before. That's how you are now because it's
he's
public
promising
opinion.
money. It's true though, because he's promising money.
And obviously, he's not gonna be a fucking racist now. He's a politician. He has to go with the flow. But we all know that that's not the real Joe Biden. That's not really who he is. He's a racist.
Racism is all in the eyes of the beholder. Almost, honestly, because look,
Well, no, the
some people
definition
would
of
say
racism is someone who believes that a certain race is more or less superior than another. That's the definition.
yeah. So some people would say Trump is racist.
Does he believe any race is more superior than another?
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, you really can't know if someone's racist. It's not that. I feel like
Trump literally said, "What do you have to lose?"
I mean, we go back
on national television.
what? What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Dude, he was talking to the black people and he was like, "Black people, what do you have to lose?"
I mean, like,
it's all racism, dude. Like, America is built on racism, dude.
I just feel like American politics at this point is such a fucking joke. I feel like other countries are just looking in on the mess that we've created and just going, oh boy, I'm glad I'm not there right now.
Dude,
God,
yeah,
no
honestly though,
no other countries do shit like this. And all other countries want to talk about our country.
well, I mean, no other country. Well, every other country has to look up to our country though.
Right, because that's
because we're the best country on earth.
Well,
they just don't know it. They don't know it.
Well, that's the
Because
kind
they
of
don't live
attitude we have. We just, oh, America's the land of the free. We're fucking badass. We can do whatever we want.
I mean, because we can. Look, if you lived in China, can't do shit.
What do you think about what Jelani said, bro?
Where is it?
I think
eyes of the beholder, facts. It's a white man's country, but when you think about, isn't there better country for a black man? Yeah, it is what it is though, because that's what I've been saying for a long time. I've been telling y'all for a long time, is that like other countries, white people did not just all of a sudden become rich and be able to buy slaves. Like they came from money in Europe. People immigrated. Now, not everyone had a lot of money, but if you were white, you could get a job, you could go to school, you could go do things in town. Or if you were black, you never actually had like those basic necessities in Africa. I mean, they didn't just like have ships going all over the place. They weren't exploring the whole world.
You want to talk about institutional racism? Think about the natives. We're on stolen land right now, and all the natives were pushed to reservations. Think about how
right. Everyone that happened to everyone. The only thing about Africa is no one. They colonized it, but
they had
really
slaves too. They had slaves before we did.
Africa as a whole, but that's I'm getting into that. But I'm saying that Africa from the start really didn't have much, and then we went over there and gave them a lot of guns, but we took a lot of slaves. But I mean, when they all came to America, I mean, a lot of other countries, like if you're from Venezuela, right? Like, could you go back to Venezuela? Yeah, but would you really want to go back to Venezuela? Maybe not. But could you live comfortably probably in Venezuela if you're from Venezuela? Yeah. But like, if you're like you're in America, you're born in America, do you think that a black person would be able to live a life in Africa? And I'd be like, hell no, dude. No black man in America could ever go to even half the countries in Africa, except for like South Africa, and just get back in on life, dude. I mean, like dude, there are so many wars over
And
there.
South Africa is just it was mostly colonized by the Dutch back in the day,
It
so
was
it's mostly
all,
white
dude,
people.
all of Africa was colonized by white people until just recently, dude. That's why it's a clusterfuck, dude. It's brand new countries, bro. Like those are like the newest countries in the world. Like they're just fighting over resources and shit, trying to get their grabbing the gold, because eventually new country lines will be formed. Religions will stick with religions, new religions may be made. I mean, there isn't a better country for black people. China, no. Africa, nothing is there, which is owned by, I believe,
I was
China.
I was watching it was it wasn't the actual podcast, but I was watching a clip from Joe Rogan, and the title was Joe Rogan gets high and rants about stuff. And
Oh, I saw him, yeah.
he was saying some ridiculous ass shit, but it kind of made sense. He said we have all these technological advancements, and we're so ahead, with what we can do, but our interactions with each other is still at the barbaric level. We're still killing each other. We're still going to war. We still argue with each other over dumb shit. And we can't look at each other as human beings. We have to put each other in groups. We have to say, oh, you're part of that and you're part of this. We can't just look at each other and go, hey, that's another human being. I respect that person. And that's what really pisses me
Well,
off. Because I don't,
well,
because
well, but the actual like reasoning behind like racism is just a difference. Like some people don't like difference. Like before, like every other country gets along very, very well, but it's because their race and ethnicity like diversity is not really that much. Like look at China. China is going to be mainly Chinese people. North Korea is going to be mainly Koreans. South Korea is going to be mainly Koreans.
yeah, that's how that works.
Japan is probably mostly Japan. But America
Japan's?
is not what? Japanese people. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
going
yeah.
to I mean, it's going to be a majority, right? But America is a lot of different people and a lot of different ideas, and when you put that many ideas together, there just going to be a lot of disagreements. And I mean, I feel like that's actually going to be part of American culture. I mean, it is really something that will never just go away because everyone is going to think of their own idea. I mean, once African countries gain a spot in, in global powers, once they get their untapped resources, which there's such an abundance of down there, and they actually figure out how to monopolize on it themselves, they'll probably be some of the richest countries in the world. And when that happens, they're gonna. Black people are gonna have somewhere back to go back to, right?
Right. Not
So it's gonna add a whole new, because Africans can actually come to the America. Like how many Africans do you know? Like not African
shout out
Americans.
Michael Poku.
Right. But Michael Opoku is like the only Michael Opoku and another guy. But dude, like those are the only two African people. So dude, like think of how crazy America will be when Africans can really like actually live here. I mean, it's gonna take a long time though. I mean, dude, they
Facts.
don't even they barely even have schooling down. They don't have any food,
But
barely any water.
that's the thing is that we look at countries or we look at places like that and we think of them as less of human beings. We think of them as, oh, they're not doing well, they need help. They're not like us. We put them in groups. You know what I'm saying? We can't look at them as just a human being just like any of us, because they're not like us.
Right, right. That's what people don't understand is that there is a we need more people like Johnny.
Shout out
Sins.
Johnny Sins. Let's have Johnny Sins as a special guest on the podcast. Let's make that happen.
Dude, I mean, what was I saying? Fuck.
I don't know, Africa?
Africa. Can't figure it out.
But like what I was saying was like, I mean, you look at people and you automatically judge them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. People think that everyone is equal, but I don't know. Not everyone. Not
Giovanni, you don't
everyone.
want this.
What's
Y'all
that?
wild.
I
I don't.
Y'all weird. I read that wrong. Never mind, bro.
Not
said
be
y'all
like
wild.
Afak, what do you think, bro?
I mean, I just feel like every country has its own issues, but at the same time, it has its own advantages. And in order to achieve that, what?
keep going.
I mean, like, it's just, it's gonna take a while, but it's just
Dude.
that's just where it's gonna be at. Like, if you put
I
it
mean,
on, like,
well, no. It's already about to happen though, because I mean, dude, our generation, Gen Z, has more minority kids than a majority of Caucasian. So eventually,
That's a good thing.
Caucasians are not actually going to be a majority. So it's the tables are just like gonna all be equal.
Oh, the
pretty much.
turntables.
Well, they're not gonna turn, but I mean, eventually, no one is going to just be Caucasian in America. They're gonna be probably mixed with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, because I mean, like any other country, I mean, it's pretty much like, I mean, India, like people are still getting like,
Yeah, it's crazy. Eventually, no more white people.
if we make it that far,
More light skins to steal my wife's.
Steal my wife's.
Oh God.
Oh shit. Oh shoot, man. Oh my god. I had this guy
What?
delivering me diamonds. Oh shit.
Yo, what are you talking
What?
about? Yo.
Are you playing games, bro? You're still playing Minecraft or something. He said mining diamonds or some shit.
Dude, oh my god, I almost forgot about it. I thought he.
Minecraft?
Way out here talking about some deep shit, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get my diamonds." I'm like, what?
Bro, are you playing Minecraft, bro?
No answer. All right, fair enough.
Alright.
Dude, no. I'm not playing Minecraft, dude. Getting diamonds for my peak.
Ah!
Are you playing that fucking Skylands shit?
No. I'm getting
Will's about to.
diamonds from.
Will, chill.
Bro, no, I just lost my whole fucking.
Will,
train of thought.
stop trying to expose yourself.
Expose myself.
Yeah. Just tell the truth
What?
that you're playing Minecraft.
Yo, sorry, I'm at this Google Lounge. Can I pull through around can I pull through late?
Bro,
what
Who are you talking to, bro?
Like 11:30 type shit.
Will, what?
Well, what are you
Awesome.
doing, bro? Anywho,
Don't worry, boys.
Bro, in the middle of our podcast, you had to do that.
Dude, I had to make sure.
So now we're gonna talk about this. What do you guys think about OnlyFans?
Will, you go first.
Will got so quiet where he's like, oh shit.
Dude, I mean,
Bro, do you think you should be
OnlyFans?
classified as a simp if you subscribe to a girl on OnlyFans?
I mean, it depends on how much money you have. If it's keeping you from being able to hang with your homies and it's making you broke, then yes. But if you're
But what's the
living
real
this,
point though in paying for that shit? What makes it
I
different
mean,
than free porn?
Did you say I don't know?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know.
I don't know why
It's just
anyone would pay
like,
for that shit either. It's kind of ridiculous,
Yeah.
isn't it,
So
Will?
Will, you
I mean,
think it's
it just sounds like premium, dude. It's like these people want to actually make money. And, you know, they're not actually
No, it
like,
doesn't.
Porn stars make
I
money.
don't know.
It's like $4.
Johnny Sins, we got Jesus Christ, Jason.
Hey, my boy Jason, bro.
Lauren Elizabeth, check her out, dude. Yeah, he knows OnlyFans, dude.
Yeah, Jason.
It's
Jason,
just
I'm not surprised.
it's just
Dude, hella people love OnlyFans.
it's
dude.
just pointless, bro. Like why?
Dude, what is wrong with
Why
y'all?
spend money? Why? What's the reason?
Dude,
It's
I
not
mean,
more convenient. If anything, you know, you gotta pay and you gotta fucking log into this app. Ladies need
Dude,
money.
I don't
Of
know.
course they do. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I'm just you know talking about the simps that pay for that shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, like,
Cause
you
I
can
mean,
pay.
fucking.
I mean, if
do-
you want to, dude, like
be a porn
$5
star, I don't
a
give a shit.
month, dude. $5 a month, you're not even gonna realize will even come out of your savings account.
Bro, that's
or your
like-
checking account.
That's like paying $60 a year, somewhere around, just to see a girl you'll
60
never
bucks.
meet.
Some
Some shit.
$60 a year, dude. I mean, yeah,
To
somewhere
see a
around
girl you don't even
$60 a
know and you'll
year.
never meet.
If it's
naked.
$5 a month, then that's $70 a year, bro. Like,
Yeah, to see someone naked that you'll never meet.
I mean, you could
What's the
buy
point?
you another one of your little video games, Will. Fucking that much.
Oh God.
Dude, I mean, but like, hello, y'all talking about my OnlyFans. Dub.
Yeah, Jelani, what do you think about OnlyFans?
Do y'all
Yeah,
think
Jelani,
that?
what do you think about
What do y'all
OnlyFans?
think about iDubbbz though? Cause he's dating an OnlyFans girl.
I mean, I don't give a shit. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, what do
You
you
want
think
to date a
about?
girl who's rich from OnlyFans? I mean, be my guest. If
Do you think
I
he's
mean,
a
dude, if a
simp
girl
for
can
it?
gold dig a guy, if a girl can no, if a girl's called a gold digger, then why is the guy called a simp? That's my question.
I mean,
Because
I don't think she has more money than him though. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right.
I think he's the breadwinner there. But
You're right.
we're just talking about the simp aspect. What do you
I
guys
mean,
really
nah,
think
he's not
about
a
Only?
simp. I mean, I think dude can do whatever he wants. I mean, at the end of the day,
Sure, he can.
he's the one smashing. So
Jelani doesn't support it.
Jelani, yeah,
Would you?
I
Would
mean,
y'all?
dude,
Would
like-
would y'all do that though? Would y'all date an OnlyFans girl?
nah, it's just not
Nah.
in the books for me.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't knock somebody else for. It's just
No, yeah,
Just
that's what I'm saying. Do fucking porn all you want. Do have an OnlyFans. That's easy money. But I would never go anywhere near a OnlyFans, bitch, bro. Not you don't even fucking. I don't even associate with that shit, bro.
Right.
I couldn't imagine.
yeah, I would feel uncomfortable about that.
But do you even know what OnlyFans is though? Like, it's not actually like, I mean, dude, it's like an Instagram of just models.
No, it's not. It's
Yes, it
an
is.
Instagram for naked women. Like
That's what
touching-
I'm saying, Jelani. Like you can't really like.
Yeah, you can't knock somebody for money.
Can't really say nothing about it because it's easy money. If we were bitches, we'd be doing it. I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be doing it.
Nah, let me phrase that. If we didn't have anything else to do, and we were fucking broke,
Oh
and
yeah,
needed a
yeah.
way
If
to
we
get
were
some
in a- we
needed
were-
ways to
Yeah,
get
it
some
is, dude.
easy
It's
money.
like Instagram, dude. It's not like, dude, like it's not like I don't care if some people pay $5 to
Wait,
see
Will,
my
it's like
bitch
Instagram?
that I see for free. Yeah, look, Jason said the same thing. Dude.
Yeah,
Wait, what's
they
the
they
layout?
post
Wait,
they
what's the
they
layout
post like pictures
Dude,
and
it's just
videos
like
and shit,
literally
right?
just like, It's literally just like pictures, dude. Like, I mean, like, there's some real ass simps like tipping
But
like
is
big
it
bucks
like
to these
grid? Is it
bitches.
like a grid layout setting? Like
No, it's not a grid layout, dude. It's just, dude, it's
But
just
it's
like
similar.
scroll straight
They
down, dude.
post pictures and videos
Dude.
and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, that's like it's literally just like the top, and it's just scroll down, and that's it, dude. It's not like some crazy ass shit where you're paying like $25 to just talk to this bitch, dude.
This is the
It's
real
just some like,
eye-opening discussion because now Jason is coming on here and saying that he subscribes to some bitch OnlyFans. I'm realizing that a lot more people are doing this than I thought.
I mean, dude, no, I'm not surprised at all.
dude. I
I'm not
mean, it's
surprised
not
that
that big of
Jason
a
is
deal
doing it,
though.
but
Affect, do you have one?
I'm not saying it's a big deal. It's just weird to me that y'all would pay for that shit when you can see something for free.
But dude, it feels more like it feels like the bitch is worth more if you have to
Bro,
pay
you're
for
calling
it.
her a bitch, and you're saying she worth more. Like that, those
But
two don't even
but
go
can't
together.
anyone sign up for that though? Can't anyone just like, make that shit?
Okay, but anyone can make a Pornhub. Like, dude, I could go on Pornhub
Yeah, so what's the
having.
difference?
Okay, but look, here's
Wait,
the
one's
difference.
more
Is that that
interactive.
girl? Is that girl is worth like yeah, dude.
How is
It's
that
like
interactive?
because
I
like
mean,
dude, they
Educate
just
me, because I know nothing about this.
dude, it's like
Girls are the same, they play too much. I agree.
right, bro. Like when I watch like porn, bro, you feel like you're just watching like a straight hoe. But if you watch OnlyFans, dude, like these girls are like way more innocent than your average porn star, dude, because they just get paid. Like, dude, like average porn stars just go around
You can actually
fucking
talk to them?
everyone, dude.
This is news to me. It's like cam girls, bruh.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. I can't fuck.
Does
That's
Jelani
gonna
does
get you.
Jelani have a subscription, bro?
Nah,
How
he
many
don't
people
support it.
how many
Dude,
people
he
be doing
probably
this
do,
shit?
bro. Jelani definitely got a fucking subscription, bro. You know you lying, bro.
Wait, Affect,
Apparently
do
this is the whole wave, bro.
Affect, do you?
Affect, answer that question.
Of course not. What the fuck?
I mean, dude, did you hear about that OnlyFans, dude? Like like hella OnlyFans accounts just got hacked, bro.
Oh, for
People are
real?
just like hella, bro, and people are
Now Tyler's
selling
suspicious.
people
How
are
is that
selling
not fake?
whole entire like drives, like 2 terabytes full of OnlyFans videos.
Damn.
Jelani, I'd rather have.
That's some pimp shit, Jelani. Don't incriminate yourself.
I'd rather have a female make me money.
That's some pimp shit.
They are on Reddit. LOL.
Oh yeah, you could probably just find OnlyFans shit on the internet, bro. Reddit has so much leaked shit. That's where I get all my fucking drum kits, bro. If you're a producer, Reddit's the place. They got all
Yeah,
the
Reddit
leaked
got
kits.
everything you need. Anything you need for free. You want to pirate it? Go to Reddit.
Affect,
Not
your
saying
phone's a
I
little
do.
loud.
Not saying I recommend it because that would be illegal. But you know, you can.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you should totally do it.
Oh my god. So when do you guys think that you guys are gonna start investing in stocks? Or do you guys think that stocks are any good?
Yeah, they're great if you do it right. Like if you know how to do it, take time to learn. Don't invest in penny stocks unless you're really good. Just learn basics and just get your foot in the game as early as possible.
I mean, now's the time to do it, right?
Right, there's no time to waste.
Right, dude. I mean, this market, dude, is like, I mean, but dude, you never know though. Like, you can't just like tell people. I mean, like, I would never want anyone to actually like take what I say for like, to actually like believe that shit. But do you guys think the market is going to crash again? Or do
I
you
think if it
think
was going to, it would have already.
well,
Because
but
at
look, you
this point, I
gotta
don't think
think.
we're at the worst of what's been happening.
I
But
think the weather might be killing this virus.
Maybe, I
do you
don't
actually
fucking know.
think the weather may be killing the virus?
I hope.
Yeah, right. Damn right about
He
that.
said, I guess I hope. Yeah, dude.
We
I
gotta
mean,
have a lit
dude,
summer, bro. How else we gonna fucking,
Oh God.
Dude, yeah, it's party we were at, dude. You want to do a party story?
Yeah, go ahead. Jelani says the
Shit.
heat in the sun will kill the virus. So there you have it, folks. The doctor in the chat has gave the final word. The virus will be killed at the end of the summer. You heard it first. You heard it here first.
Oh shit, dude.
Tell the story.
All right, so the story, dude. So it's the homie's birthday, right? You already know we're about to go to a party, dude. And we go to this party, and hella people know us. But it's like as usual, you know. We walk up in there, and then, I mean, dude, Ethan, you want to take care of the rest?
We walk in there, we chill for a little bit with the boys. We chill, and then the owner of the house, he's like, "Do y'all want to ride this
golf
golf
cart.
cart?" Yeah, and we're like, "Why not? That sounds like a blast." We just leave the house, everyone's still partying, having a good time. Actually, there's a, I don't know if they're having a great time. A bunch of them were like screaming at each other. Someone got thrown in a pool with their phone on them, and people were trying to jump off the roof. But the homeowner was leaving with us, leaving the house, the death trap, and leaving a bunch of people in charge. But it was all good. I mean, so we go out in this golf cart, and me and Will were sitting in the back. You know, I threw up a little bit beforehand. Not gonna lie to you. So I was kind of happy I was getting some fresh air. Next thing you know, Will's trying to calm me down. He's like, "Bro, you all good, bro? It happens." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I know it happens." Then I hear a bump, and I look, and I see sparks coming from the back, and then I realize the tire came off the
Dude,
damn
that
golf
shit
cart.
was hilarious.
And then I look around, and we're not even in the neighborhood. No, we're in the golf course, bro. We are in the middle of a golf course on a golf cart without the tire in, intoxicated.
Nah, dude, but it was like, I thought for a second like we were just going over like a big hill, and like
Right,
it was like scraping, but
right.
dude, like that shit was
So you know
like,
what happens? So I get out, I walk to the woods, and I vomit. Right? Like, why wouldn't I? And then guess what? I hear a noise, and it's Will vomiting too. so me and Will are throwing up. The other three are trying
are
to fix it.
around this golf cart like
They're leaking oil and shit. There's a party going. Hella people.
we're like 15 minutes by golf cart away from the house, dude.
And
Oh,
then we put
and
the wheel back.
I lost Troy's I lost dude's ID.
Yeah, so we had to find this ID. Oh my god, it was terrible,
It was such a shit show, dude.
but it ended well. It ended pretty good. It was a dope house, dope vibe, good little
Yeah.
party, good little party to warm up the summer.
Right.
And hopefully many more to come.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gonna throw some.
Oh, dude, you already know, dude. We're gonna throw some of the biggest bangers around, dude. These gonna be some of the best bangers ever.
Yeah, please just can't pull up as quick as last time. I mean, people are doing a pretty good job distracting them right now. So
Yeah, apparently.
lighting fires and shit.
Right.
When did that happen? Last night.
Said when did that happen? Nah, it was 2 nights ago. Wait, was that last?
Oh shit, that was 2 nights ago.
You know what?
Oh shit, that was 2 nights ago.
Fucking, you know what happened though? That's funny. I'm not gonna say dude's name obviously because it's fucking illegal as shit. But last night when all the riots were happening, someone contacted me. You could probably guess who it is, and they contacted me because I have a computer, right? And he was like, I need you. He was like, I need you to do something for me. It's gonna be pretty funny. I'm like, what's up?
I already guessed who it is. I already guessed who.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I
And
guessed the first letter of his name. Okay. Is it a P?
no, what?
Oh shit.
No, you'll know who he's like, so I'm getting a bunch of people to get on the Cincinnati Police's radio frequencies and play white noise to simulate jamming their radios
Holy
with
shit.
during the riots. so they can't coordinate themselves. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? That is the most illegal shit anyone's ever asked me to do. Fucking
How
get
do you
on.
do that?
He said he's apparently he just found the frequencies. And he already got 3 people on it. He was like, I just need to get 3 more, bro. We're gonna play a bunch of white noise. It's gonna be so hilarious. They're not gonna be able to coordinate themselves. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
No way.
And I was, cause he got me and someone else in a group chat talking to this guy, and I hit up the other person. I was like, dude, what? This dude's crazy. Like that could get these police officers like seriously hurt, or some bad things could happen. And he's like,
Yeah,
yo, let's just fuck with the cops for a little bit. I was fucking with them though. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm down. Let's fuck with them. Let's play TikTok music over the radios and shit.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
would
do
be
it?
fun.
No, I didn't. I did not participate.
But they pulled it off.
Apparently, dude, he had a few other people on the frequencies, and they were trying to jam their radios, so I couldn't talk to each other.
Jesus Christ, that is a crime. That is a large crime.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
but you'll never get. I don't think you could really get caught from it, though.
No, not really. I mean, it's fucking stupid. Like, it's just a dumb thing to
Yeah,
do.
that's
You have
just
to be
that's like
pretty
an
damn
asshole
smart
move,
to figure
bro.
that out, though. You have to be
Dude,
pretty
like-
smart to figure that out.
Who would even think of that? Who would just think of like, oh yeah, I should get on their frequencies and jam their radios? Like what?
Somebody who's pretty damn. Somebody you need to watch out for. I
Was
don't know
that
who it is.
Heritage? No, it
Ryan,
was-
we will not disclose that, but that's pretty. But
Yeah, we're not gonna
Oh,
disclose.
the party.
disclose that. That's what I'm gonna say. Because I could disclose the person's party.
Who is that, dude?
Ryan, Little King Ryan. Who spells Ryan like that?
I think it's
Oh,
Ryan,
Ryan Bailey.
Ryan Bailey.
But it's Rian.
Oh yeah, it definitely was Ryan Bailey. I
Ryan,
don't think we were on it though.
yeah, that was definitely not on. I don't think that was us.
Cause our wheel fell off, dude. That shit was.
Yeah, we couldn't chase nobody. We had 3 wheels.
Boys, do we want to do some reactions?
Always.
No, we can do a couple reactions.
Just a couple little
Some
reactions.
reactions. If you guys have any suggestions, just
Yo,
put the.
watch Riot videos.
What's that?
Riot videos. I haven't really watched many of these Riot videos.
Oh yeah, the riot videos.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I haven't seen many of them.
Right.
So, all right, we'll just watch the. We'll just watch the people burning down the precinct. This was like 2 nights ago, I think.
Dude, you forgot to. Yeah,
there's
you're gonna have to live it with us. Remember?
Yeah. So this was in response to the death of George Floyd. Protesters took it upon themselves to march to the fucking the precinct and just burn it to the fucking ground. And it took a lot to burn this thing down because the whole thing is made out of fucking steel.
Coverage tonight here on WCCO and CBSN Minnesota.
Protesters have set fire to Minneapolis' 3rd police precinct.
We want to give you a look from Sky 4.
Look at that
The
shit.
significant thing about what's going on here,
They're like shooting off fireworks and shit.
symbolically, is the 3rd precinct is where the officers who were involved in the George Floyd arrest were headquartered.
And look at
and for
just look at how many people are there though, bro. And because they said that the fire department tried to get involved, they tried to put it out, but the protesters just kept throwing shit at them, and they weren't gonna let them put out the fire. So they literally, the police chief told all the emergency services to just wait it out, because there are too many protesters to handle. They had to get the fucking, they had to get the, they had to get like, I don't know what is the fucking National Guard or whatever. Fucking, they had to get straight up military personnel to come and break this up.
for them to take over this is significant for the protesters.
Yeah.
The other thing that's
Yeah.
we find a little unusual about this is there was such a heavy police presence at the 3rd precinct for the last 3 days, with officers barricading the front of the building, officers on the roof, the use of tear gas, rubber bullets, things to keep people away. Obviously, protesters have figured out a way to get through those barricades. You can see people occasionally throwing debris on the fire to keep it going, but the 3rd precinct in
People are
Minneapolis,
like shooting lasers and shit at the helicopter camera.
is at Lake and Minnehaha, just a few blocks from 28th Street. It appears to be the front of it on fire right now.
Yeah, we're looking from Sky 4. Well, they just turned the camera there, but to me it looked like it was at the front of the building. I don't know if it's inside the building, because at the front of the 3rd precinct there, they have a little bit of a, I don't want to say a garden or anything, but it kind of looked like it was within there. So at this point, we're not sure if it is.
And people, they started the fire inside. They actually broke into the place and started setting fires inside of the precinct.
Shit.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. The amount of people.
It's nice to see this city come together around a bonfire. I mean,
Look at some Cincinnati ones. Look at some Cincinnati.
but
Look, there's all those live ones. Right. Look to the right.
protests near White House. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Holy fuck, this is amazing. Dude, it's literally on you.
What is this?
Yo, this is some weird shit, bro. This is like some Aflac search history shit. Some feed videos, bro.
Someone dropped the camera or something. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, no, I heard about this. People were threatening to go and fucking riot at the White House.
Oh, hell no. Trump's not going to that.
It says U.S. Park Police and Secret Service officers surround the area close to the White House.
Oh, hell.
People really
That's-
gonna get fucked up, bro.
Yo, this is the end of... Dude, that's not a good idea. You know,
Yep. No, this is gonna be over.
that's going to be worse.
These are the protests in Cincinnati.
Over George Floyd's death at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer continued here in Cincinnati today. Hundreds of people gathered in Washington Park, as we've told you, and they marched their message throughout OTR. WCPO 9 News reporter Sina Gabriab was there last night as protests escalated into violence. And Sina, you can tell us how today's protests so far compare.
Kristen, it is literally night and day comparing what happened last night to the demonstration here at Washington Park earlier today. Now, there have been a couple of tense encounters between protesters and police over the last hour and a half or so, but for the most part, up till then, definitely a greater effort from protesters to keep the peace.
It's sickening being a former Cincinnati police officer. There's absolutely no excuse for it. There's no way you can justify it, and it was just murder.
The play-by-play of George Floyd's death is now seared into many people's minds, and the rage, frustration, and fear are inevitable.
Rioting and looting is not our objective, but to understand and process our emotions and be able to heal and ground with each other.
Every time a black person gets angry, it's just a black person being angry. Everyone should be able to feel anger about what's happening, and I feel like that's important to acknowledge.
Hundreds turned that anger into action, uniting in Washington Park and marching through OTR peacefully. A distinct contrast to just 12 hours before.
It shows you the true essence of Cincinnati. Like, at our core, we are a great city.
And I heard that the College Football Hall of Fame was looted.
Here, look at the one violent eruption in Los Angeles.
I saw this.
Does he have a plate, or did the plate get removed?
Look like he has a
No license plate.
No plate.
No plate on the rear. So
No plate, no surprise.
that shows his intent was to be involved in this from the beginning.
Yep.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
be glad
This
you
is
took that
live?
plate off, because we would have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little angry.
Yeah,
I will share
you
that.
can't help but feel angry.
Holy fuck.
Look at this, bro.
Let's continue to
This is the gold. I think we're gonna
It's just
find it.
overshadowing the reason that
People are
the
just
whole
straight
country
up
has been upset all week. This is just
destroying
nothing to
the
do.
whole
Now,
fucking
have police
city,
officers
bro.
been? Are they on
Really
their way?
just
You know,
pulling
what's your
shit
location?
down.
Dude,
So
people are
it's
This
straight
is
idiots, bro.
Melrose and Fuller Avenue. Melrose and Fuller. LAPD is aware of this.
Okay.
They are aware, but they are right now overwhelmed. They are
Right,
overwhelmed
that's
with
true.
calls. and
That's
they
what's
are
happening though, because so many fucking people are doing this shit, and the police are just doing nothing. They're just like, oh, we'll wait it out. But people are fucking burning down cities right now.
I
It's
mean, but
fucking
honestly,
insane.
let's be honest. What are the police actually gonna do? Arrest everyone?
I mean,
you might as well
what
just
can
let the
they
people
do?
get their. All right, they can't do shit.
Yo,
Especially
this is
in
insane.
LA,
This
dude.
is anarchy. This is leading to anarchy, bruh.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like at this
Yeah, this is
point,
anarchy.
at this point, it's 2020. We haven't heard about something like this happening with the police for a couple years at least, and now it's happening. Now it's happening right now. So people are like, "What the hell? I thought this was over." So people are getting even more angry. I just feel like this should have been expected at this point. You know what I'm saying? But these
Just stop
police,
burning down local businesses. That's the only guy I just can't stand.
right?
That's just hurting
The
your own
police aren't
community.
ready
Don't
for
hurt
it
your own
though.
community.
Looks like the show Watchmen right now.
I don't think anybody that's doing this now was even alive back in 1992. That was 28 years ago.
And you were like a 7-year-old reporter.
Yeah, I was only 7 at the time, and I was on the air here.
You're a prodigy.
People are shooting
What
fireworks
we're gonna
and
say about,
stuff.
Look at this. They're
I
just
guess
driving
to
by.
Talk about this as protesters mourn the death of
On
George Floyd, of course,
motorcycles.
there's some
They're not even making
extremist
contact with
extremist
anyone.
Groups from the far right and the left could be inciting the violence.
There's
across
like,
the
hey,
country.
we see you.
So Brian Levin is a director of the Center for Study of
Let's go back to
Hate and
Fairfax.
Extremism at
Dude, just
CSU
imagine,
San
bro,
Bernardino.
like a
And this, the
burning a
Minneapolis
building down,
police
and the police
officer
just
at
like
the center
roll
of
right
George
by
Floyd's death.
you
He
and
believes
look
could
the
help
other
bring
way.
these protests to a close more quickly, but he says there are violent fringe
Dude,
groups who
imagine.
could be taking advantage of this civil
Insane,
unrest
bro. The
across the country.
fucking
Let's hear from him.
When the police are scared to literally stop the crime.
Hey, bro.
That just shows how much. That just shows how much pussies they really are, though,
around
dude.
election time, and this is coming during a period where our
Like when
Look,
they're not
look at
able
the
to
fucking
actually
fireworks
shoot,
and
bro.
shit, bro.
and our socio-political
Look
relations
at all this.
are more frayed than they've been in decades.
And Levin also says that research shows Americans are not.
I mean, that's
having
like
the most
thousands of
winter
people,
we've
bro.
seen
They
in
ain't just
decades.
like a few
We're
protesters
more
here and
entrenched in
there.
that polarization than ever before. And
This
that's
is some
Yeah,
organized
and
shit
the
right
police
here.
chief alluded
I
to
mean,
that
this is
before. He
California,
said that it
though.
appears
Come on.
there are organized
Can't
groups that are
resist
part of
California.
this unrest that are taking advantage.
California's
and
always
who
crazy,
are using
dude.
it for their own ends, and it could be the left and the right
But I mean,
that have decided
pretty
to
crazy
foment
all over
this
the place right
Oh,
now.
incredible
shit.
discord that we're seeing here. Chris Christie, you are live. Fairfax,
Like, this dude
that
just has a
building there, the
bag of
National
something.
Conference of Jewish Women, I
Straight up
believe, that
looting
building on the
everything,
corner
bro.
there.
Look at all this shit
And
on the
here's
street.
another building
Holy
that's
shit.
being looted. Is this
Yeah,
a
there's
shoe
all the
store?
frickin'
They're
or
just
homeless
what?
taking
people.
everything.
Can't tell, but it's back. We're back over Fairfax where they
Yo, that's look.
That's
at that.
Flight Club, bruh.
That's Flight Club. They're
they've
taking
moved
J's and
up
shit.
a little bit further north.
Holy
There's
fuck!
Yo, that's Flight Club.
Shit,
trying
that's
to get that
literally
fire
Flight
out.
Club.
Actually, there's a new
Oh,
fire. If we watch
yo,
now, you can see
They
there's
put
yo,
Flight
take a
Club
video,
out
bro.
of
Get
the
the
They
video.
are
Dude, I
behind
screenshotted that shit. They
crash
playing
fire in the
Flight
middle
Club
of
out
the
of
street.
bit.
So they're getting closer. They're closer than they were.
Dude,
Right
they
past
really
some of the other
looted.
looting, right past John and Vinny's, and making their way further north.
And the police are just sitting there watching it, bro.
About a half block
With
before
a
that.
with
Yeah, I
a
think that's right,
fire
but
next
shoe
to
store, you're
them,
right.
dude.
Mark, they're trying to get a little closer.
Like
there.
literally
Oh,
getting
Actually,
smoked
this
out,
group of
dude.
officers, okay, so there was 2 skirmish lines. This group of officers is facing south. So where they may have boxed some of these folks in. They've boxed in a group of looters north of Cantor's Deli and south of
shit.
Rosewood. That is where that other store was being looted. There were a couple of fires that we brought you earlier. Let's go ahead, widen out, and tilt south up towards that other group where the fire is, and you'll see there are at least a dozen
Oh,
or
shit, they
more
really got
looters between these 2 skirmish lines, and they basically have nowhere to go. And when LAPD has the opportunity to box in these guys, that's an opportunity to start making arrests. And that's
Yeah,
what's going to
but
happen
dude,
right
Flight
here.
Club
They have
just
given the
lost
go-ahead for the
hella
arrest.
money.
It all makes sense now. You can
They
see
was
the
taking
arrest
all the
teams near
fucking
top of your
J's
screen,
and shit, bro.
and they have at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen
Yo, they're all about to
looters
get arrested.
that are about to be taken into custody.
No,
You
they're
see the
not.
arrest teams right there behind the
You don't hear
skirmish
'em?
line. You've got about 50 officers ready to move in here.
And we do have we've seen a couple buses already
Yeah,
deployed
but
there
not
to take
everyone
some of
can get
these
arrested most of
arrestees
the
away.
time.
And it's
bro.
just one little section though.
Right, bro. You're forgetting
it's
this is like one store, bro. Like, just think of
south
all the
Rosewood
expensive
Avenue
ass
is where we are
stores in
along
LA
Fairfax.
getting
This is
robbed
one of the
right now,
reasons
dude.
it was taking a while to dispatch additional units over to Melrose, where the looting over
Dude, this is a
there
bad
was
time
taking
to start
place.
some
But
riots,
again, they
bro.
didn't
I
have
mean,
the
dude,
luxury
we're
over
getting
there.
out
They
of
don't
this
have the
fucking
luxury of
Corona
boxing
shit,
them in.
bro.
This is actually
I
a
feel like
perfect
Corona has a
scenario
real
here where
big
they
part
really
in
have
playing
nowhere
in
to
all
go,
these riots.
Look at all the
because
people
they're
piling out of
to
these stores and
escape or
shit right
sneak through
here.
one of these alleys or between these buildings
Yeah, like right
to
behind
get
the
away.
fucking
But
cops, dude.
they're basically in a position where they're going to have to give up to these officers as they close in on them.
It's an interesting tactic.
Oh,
There's quite
shit.
a few
Yeah,
people
you're
on the
fucked.
sidewalk as well, and you wonder how many people are hidden inside these shops.
Inside the stores, absolutely. We saw. I mean, we
Oh,
brought
yeah,
you this
facts.
block maybe about an hour
They're
ago,
fucked.
and there were hundreds of people on this block participating in the looting and creating these fires.
Yeah, we're still seeing these fires.
Ah, bro, so this is
popping
the
up
end
here
of
and
this
there.
shit, bro. Here, go
Have you
back a
seen
little
any
bit,
other
Tyler.
police cars,
No, hell no. Let's see what this goes on.
vandalized?
All right, yeah, just keep
Since
going.
this afternoon we saw so many of them.
I haven't. You know, once the fires start popping up, it's almost like
Look at the fireworks,
Did
bro.
you see that firework?
Yeah, there are some fireworks being thrown at the police officers on the north side.
Holy shit.
And here comes another group.
man,
like a
you think you're
spectacular-
Look at this,
like a
bro.
Fourth of
Coming
July
at
one.
People
They're
are
coming out of
fucking
an
crazy.
apartment
Oh,
complex.
jeez. Yeah,
So
that's
we're
a
on
fire hazard.
private property there. I mean, that's a residential neighborhood behind Fairfax Avenue.
Holy
You're
shit.
looking
Imagine
at the
living there.
West side of Fairfax.
I'd be scared for my
Merchandise
life.
at their arms, and
Dude,
not
just
sure
like fucking
what that
Terry
car's
Hill
doing.
and
Yeah, it looks
shit.
like he's just trying to get out of the way. They're running through the alley. Let's go ahead and chase them on the other side. Let's see where they go. They're running between the buildings. They're going to come out on Hayworth, which has been another hot spot throughout the afternoon. We'll see what they do. There's got to be about 20 or 30 looters that just ran between those two buildings with those tall trees there in between those buildings. They're either going to come
This
out on
shit
Hayworth.
is
or they're going
unbelievable, bro. America's really the ghetto, bro.
back to the buildings, I believe.
Yeah, bro.
Some of the looters might have
America is
come-
really
popped
the
out
ghetto,
the back
bro.
Yeah,
end
they
of the
come. Yeah, they're
stores.
coming out the other side. They're
There's-
coming
yeah.
out on Hayworth.
I mean, but dude, you
yeah,
can't
they are.
arrest all
There they
these
are.
people, dude.
Exactly.
This is
Now
just,
they are in a
this is just a
residential neighborhood.
loss, dude.
On
With
the
all
west
this
side of
goods.
Fairfax with lots of merchandise, lots of shoe boxes.
This is what happens when the people turn on the government, bro. Just imagine, like, we could really have true anarchy if everyone
But
came
the thing
together and
is, this is
decided
not
on
even
this
the
shit.
government. This is just gonna raise the cost of everything.
Yeah, y'all idiots are gonna have to pay for that.
No, we're gonna have to pay for that because we're
Yeah.
the ones that actually make the money to be able to buy it.
God damn it.
We have the money to be able to buy it. They don't, and that's why it's gonna cost us more. Look, the rich are keep getting rich, and the poor keep getting poor.
Of Fairfax, across the street from Kenner's Deli, a little bit over to the left.
But
Come down a
if the
little
poor
right
about
there.
to
Yeah,
steal
top of your screen.
everything, then we
Top of
gotta
your screen
frickin'
looks like another store that was looted. Go up, right in there where that car's pulled
I
up
mean,
in front.
dude, if I had a chance
there
to
was
run
somebody-
in Flight
okay,
Club
yeah,
and
they're
steal
all
everything
they're
inside,
all
what would
putting
you
their
guys
hands
do?
up now.
They're getting
Look,
it
they're all
now.
being
They are
arrested,
boxed
bro.
in. They're all going to be
What?
taken into custody.
They're all
This
being
is that
arrested.
group
Look.
that has
They're
been
all going to
boxed
jail.
in right along
single one of them.
Fairfax.
Dude,
Some
no,
able to
they've been.
get
They said
away,
they've been doing this
but
for
the
an
remaining
hour now,
looters
dude.
here
These people have been
are,
running.
on their knees with most of them with their hands on their head, and
Looks like some defiant ones,
it's
but
going to take a little time, but they will be taken into custody.
Damn, that
unless they
motherfucker's
can
just
At some
walking
point,
straight up out
you
of there,
realize-
dude. Watch
you
this
realize
motherfucker.
good
This
enough?
is an
You realize
Watch this
good
dude
enough?
walking straight
a
up.
very
Oh shit,
vigorous
they're all
effort
getting
at
underneath.
enforcement
Yep.
by the LAPD.
You realize
25
soon enough, motherfuckers are gonna
in
start shooting each
response
other,
to
right? It's gonna
looting
start
that has
guns
broken
being
out
involved.
in this area, the Melrose area
Ah,
of Los
shit.
Angeles.
Nah,
Melrose,
I
goes
don't think
between
so,
LA
dude.
and,
Why
West
not?
Hollywood.
They're
I mean,
like-
hella people said that shit was gonna
What
happen
we're
with
seeing
Martin
here
Luther
is
King, but that shit never
some
happened.
of these
though.
smaller stores being looted. There was a shoe store there. We want to talk too about
I mean,
what
dude, it just depends
LA
on the
Mayor Garcetti
integrity
told
of
us just a few
people. I
minutes
mean, I
ago.
bet
He's
there
called on
were.
Governor Gavin Newsom to
Yeah,
deploy the
dude, the
National
fucking
Guard to Los
purge.
Angeles. Some 500 National Guard.
I don't care, bro. I'm
troops
just gonna like
will be on their way here.
barricade
he
in my
told us
house
it
and
takes
smoke
about
hella
7
dab
hours hours at minimum from the request.
Just grab a strap and a bag of weed, you'll be fine.
We're not sure exactly when they do get here, but they will be here. And the what we're being told is that they'll be in kind of a support role. They will be there to support the
All right, boys,
police,
I'm moving out of
and
America.
that they will help to try to
I
restore
don't like
order.
this
The
shit.
LAPD, 9,000 officers, that's all, for a city of 4 million people. And on a typical day, they would be, that level of policing manpower would be perfectly acceptable and fine, but on a situation like this, it is not enough. They need some help, and they're going to get it from Governor Newsom. Also,
That's
we are now,
crazy.
we are now 3 minutes into a citywide curfew.
And I don't think they're adhering to it. Looks like, from the looks of it, it doesn't matter to them. We did speak with former LA County Sheriff and former LAPD Commander Jim McDonnell a little bit earlier, and here's what he had to say.
Nice.
These are human beings. They put on a helmet and face shield and ultimately get out there and take whatever
Question: Are
comes
we
their
allowed to
way.
live
They're
stream this?
hopeful that they have the
This is like
ability to
we're
be able
really
to
finessing them
negotiate,
right
to
now.
de-escalate this in a peaceful manner. But in some
We're
cases,
live
that's
streaming
not
a
what
live
happens.
stream.
So
This
they
is
have to put
really
themselves between what's being done to damage
Hey man, we haven't got taken down yet.
throughout the city, and to be able to help put
Yeah,
an end to
fuck 'em.
that, to hold people accountable.
Unless y'all want to watch something else.
Violators who are doing things as we're seeing
Look at
here.
all
up to
this,
you.
bro. They gassing these motherfuckers. Like they're pushing each other and shit.
Oh
Take a
shit!
deep breath, follow the leadership in the city, the county, and across the nation.
All right,
to be able to
helicopter,
say,
right? But I
okay,
mean,
take
dude,
a
I'm pretty sure
collective
there's.
pause.
I mean, we're not
Where are
making
we?
like. I
What are
mean,
the
we don't have ads,
expectations
so
of us as residents of the United
shouldn't
States
be a
of
problem
America,
as long
and
as
to
we
be
keep
able to
talking.
deal with a very, very
Look
difficult
at what they bringing out though. Look at
situation
all
for
these
everybody
fucking
in a
crazy
way that
ass
is
vehicles they
responsible
got.
and peaceful.
Is that the protesters' vehicles or the police?
That's the cops, bro.
Holy
They had like
shit.
shields on the car.
Dope. Dude, imagine fucking robbing dope. What is that?
You don't know dope?
Is that clothes?
Yeah.
Dude, dope is like the shittiest clothing brand in the world.
Yeah, and to actually probably go to the actual branding shit, it's probably dope as shit. No pun intended.
Dude, anyone could go to LA, put a business there, and call it designer.
What goes through your head though, like as a protester, just like I'm gonna fuck up my own city because of something that happened somewhere else. It just
Because
doesn't
they're
make
mentally
sense, bro.
unstable and they wanted an excuse to do shit like
I mean, dude, they
that.
don't care. Makes sense to them, bro, because they're gonna just take some money and dip, dude. They have no money right now. I mean, dude, they're not thinking of the, oh yeah, let's make a change right now. They're just thinking of, oh, these police are gonna fucking stop me? Oh, hell nah. Not today, motherfucker.
Like, do you
Kill
think
me.
how many of
And
these
then
people
they,
you think are actually out here like protesting because they care about what's happening versus the people that just want to take shit from businesses?
Right.
I think it's mostly people trying to protest, because I
I
mean,
think there's a lot of greed.
I feel like I feel like there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people really trying to
But why are they
protest
going to Flight Club and not the police station? Dude?
because they're trying to go against what the police want them to do. So if the police are like, "Hey, don't rob that place," they're like, "Oh, you mean this place right here, motherfucker? Oh, let me just break this door down," and like type of shit. Like that's what they're doing, bro. They're not just like. They're like, if people just wanted to rob stores every day, people just rob stores.
Look
That's
at
like
this
not
motherfucker.
normal. These people are literally just not giving a fuck, dude. They're just like, I don't care what the fuck you say. You're not gonna stop me today. Because you gotta remember, dude, this was police involved. So they're just fueled to, like, break laws and shit.
Affect chill.
Over there in the distance, they've been setting off fireworks. There's a huge crowd that they want to go into Rodeo Drive, and they're not being allowed because the cops are blocking them.
Trelawney says 40%.
Helicopter just announcing that this is the sheriff's department asking people to leave, but people here are shooting obscene gestures at the helicopter. There you hear.
I'd say 60, dude. I mean, a lot of people want a lot more change. I mean, we live in Mason, dude. So we don't really see the real shit. I mean, these people, dude, these people are crazy. They just want change real bad, dude. Do you think we're gonna have another civil war?
Jesus Christ, I don't know if it would actually be something to that scale. I
do. I mean, dude,
Dude,
countries
how
have
do you think
civil
this is
wars all
gonna
the
end,
time,
bro?
man.
Dude, how do you think this
Countries
is gonna
have.
end? You think these people are just gonna be like, oh, I forgive you? Dude, this isn't gonna end, bro.
Yeah, bro, this shit ain't gonna end until
I
like
think
the
there's gonna be a
third.
war with fucking people against the police. That would be insane.
Well, police are a gang, but damn near by definition. I mean,
Right.
No, but dude, the police will never actually outrun the people because the people will outrun the police.
well, yeah, because we pay the police.
Right, like the police are shit without us, so
Right. So what are they gonna do at the end of the day?
they can't do shit. But I mean, I think that now people are actually realizing we're actually gonna watch more.
This is in Beverly Hills, though.
Police
Like,
have blocked off all the streets, so we haven't been able to move around too much. But if we keep going in this direction, occasionally you'll see some firecrackers go off, some burst into the air of some lights, and then you hear a bang, and that's about it. But the people are just standing around here. There's a crowd here in the park. Again, yes, not as much as earlier for what I saw from Air 7, but again, there's still some people here just waiting to see what happens. And police again have the entire area blocked off, so no one can get into the
Man,
area
that's some crazy
with all the
stuff.
stores and all the high-end shops.
Watch 2 weeks later, all these people catch the first.
all people catch what? Oh, she said they loot in the Gucci store.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
They're gonna go for all that designer shit, bro. They don't give a fuck.
Right, bro. The police are saying stop. They're like, fuck you, nigga. That shit ain't how it's gonna work today.
A bit chaotic here, and I'm not
They
sure
just wanna
exactly
steal everything.
how many people just didn't know this was happening.
Cause I mean, dude, it's really like free Gucci, bro. Like, are you really gonna pass up free Gucci?
To take part in this, that's you're not sure yet, but again, there's a
I mean, if you have one chance to get as much Gucci as you want,
this is it.
yeah, this is it, boys, dude. Like, I mean, if you can walk in there and just pull like three purses, maybe a jacket, put the jacket on, wear the purses on your shoulders, walk out the back door, no one would even know you were there, dude.
Right. I'm sure they already destroyed all the cameras and shit.
Right, dude. Yeah, they like, dude. You're gonna walk in after that place is half looted. You're gonna find a couple pieces and walk out.
If police think you're up to no good, so the whole intent is to keep
the police just standing there though. They're just like
available so that
they're slowly moving in. That's what they're doing.
Place to place, and that
they slowly walk forward
for police to weed out those who are intent on causing trouble. But that citywide alert
they're boxing them in.
I keep thinking about fast forwarding this shit, but it's a live stream.
And also, we are hearing that the county of Ventura,
like this is going on right now,
is sending 40 of its sheriff's deputies to the Los Angeles area to help out as far as manpower is concerned to deal with
5:30 curfew, dude. Oh my God, yeah, dude. There was a curfew.
They certainly have a lot of.
There's a curfew now at most cities for this coronavirus. And dude, the craziest thing also is, dude, like all this like ridiculous stuff is happening while coronavirus is happening at the same time.
That's what I'm saying,
dude,
bro.
Like this shit is too bad.
America is not in good shape right now.
Right, dude, we are not in good shape at all, dude. Gucci's getting robbed. Flight Club's getting robbed, dude. Oh my God, our economy's gonna be fucked.
Did y'all see the College Football Hall of Fame? That shit got looted.
Are you serious?
You can't just. They don't want to throw people in. Also, they don't want to have basically fill the jails.
Oh, there.
What the hell is that?
Copyrighted music, that's what it is.
Live out to the scene. This is where we now find the crowd that has gathered on both sides of the street. We are going to go now to the ground to Ryan Kruger near the College Football Hall of Fame. Ryan, what are you seeing?
Look at that shit, bro.
It's pretty devastating what happened here. Let's go and take a look. Pretty much every window here at the College Football Hall of Fame has been shattered. You see, this appears to have been one of the shelves that was up They threw that right through the window. There's glass
Holy shit.
everywhere. There's,
my
it looks like they're raiding
God.
a candy machine. There's candy all over the place.
These
There are
motherfuckers that took
trinkets,
the shelf
hats,
and threw it out the fucking
memorabilia,
window.
literally all over. So, and then even the windows inside the front lobby have been damaged as well. So, the protesters managed to get their way in, shattered all this glass, definitely destroyed, knocked down all of the memorabilia here as well. And there is just glass that is shattered pretty much all up and down this road. This is College Football Hall of Fame. It's kind of right at the corner, right near catty corner of Centennial Olympic Park. That big fire we've been showing all the day is right behind me. It is going to be right behind that SWAT vehicle that you
If
see
America's
there.
economy wasn't fucked already, imagine how it's gonna be after all these fucking riots,
Set
bruh.
up here. What's been
You know,
kind
like
of
every
interesting
bit
is
of
that
American
in the
memorabilia is
last
gonna be gone.
hour or so,
Just
the
stolen.
crowds have dispersed a little bit, and there were people just casually strolling.
Like all the
We gonna be seeing all
museums.
this shit in pawn shops now.
At one point in time,
Hey, bro, we gotta
like I said,
buy.
just
Oh, we
taking a
gotta
break,
buy,
casually
dude.
just kind of strolling around.
And buy
But
stolen
you
goods.
see, just amidst all of this
I
destruction,
mean, dude, we could.
in the air, you're smelling a lot of that burnt
Dude, I mean,
tar that
imagine if you got some
earlier.
like
Earlier today,
Jackie
we were
Robinson
smelling the tear gas.
shit.
Dude,
I'm
the
not
fire
entirely
smell-
sure if they've had any of that.
That fire
But
smell
really what
really
we're looking at right now is just devastating damage in front of this facility. It opened about 6 years ago. I remember I was actually here on the day that this facility opened, and to see it come
Right,
full
people are
full
not
circle like that
protesters.
certainly is very sad, guys.
Well, it's extraordinary on so many levels to see that, and so many questions about tonight in downtown Atlanta and what we're seeing, and
This is the thing though, like
certainly so many questions in America.
some people are just like broke and they just see what's going on. They're just like, oh, well, let me go to these stores and let me take a little bit of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, half of these people probably don't even give a fuck about what's going on.
He said, I heard on the news 2 mornings ago that Firestone workers was burnt alive at Firestone due to those riots, though.
Yeah, some people have actually died from the riots.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Holy shit. Been a long time. It's already at 1 hour and 30.
Y'all want to keep going or what's good?
I think we had a pretty good podcast.
Yeah, that was a good one, bro. I appreciate everyone for coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks to everyone who watched, especially for y'all who watched the whole thing.
Afak, I'm glad you were able to make it. You know, we always love hearing from you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I appreciate everyone for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and click the links in the description. You know, follow our social media, all that shit. Click the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't be subscribed right now, but, you know, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate everyone.
And click the bell so you know when we're...
Hell yeah.
When we're streaming.
Right. Everyone, have a good night.